Hey everyone, welcome to the final presentation for DRM MENA project, which was funded as part of the Navigators program. Today we are joined by Kaderjan to present this. So thank you for joining, and the stage is yours.
Let me share my screen. Oh, okay. Sorry. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I'm Kaderjan Bozkurt. I'm going to present my final delivery of DRM MENA game marketplace application. So what are my delivered items? Firstly, fully tested smart contracts implemented and ready to use and available on GitHub. Secondly, DRM sequencer and settlement services. Currently, we have 3 real Unity desktop games, and for each of the games, there is a dedicated sequencer running on the backend, and a main settlement service observes the unsettled actions and reduce them regularly. And third, DRM Mini Unity package, it's available to download in our website. So game developers can import this package to their games and run this solution in their game applications. And I will present this lively in the in a couple minutes later. Fully functional web app and desktop clients. Our drmmena.com is fully functional and available in internet, and also our desktop client to collecting device identifiers also released for 3 major platforms: macOS, Windows, and Linux, and it's available to download in the website. Game publisher dashboard. We are a dashboard to deploy and update the game and DRM contracts in drmmena.com. So game developers can easily deploy their contracts, and whenever they want, they can change the prices, discounts, and other attributes of this game token contract with this dashboard. And documentations. We released documentation for the DRM MENA, how to use it, how it works, etc. You can see documents in docs.drmmena.com. It's released, but I update it regularly. I try to make this more developer friendly and user friendly. And the last one, Unity games in 3 platforms. I released the 3 different games for 3 different platforms. Currently, they are available to download from the drmmena.com. You can easily buy games, register your devices, and try to play these games in DevNet, actually. So what's the sequencer and settlement services architecture? Firstly, gamers from 3 major platforms, whenever they want to play their games, they create a session proof to authenticate their sessions. So they they will be used our local prover, and we released the local prover as a Docker container or a native Node.js application. It's available on the documentation how to run this local prover. Anyway, they create a session proof, and they will send this proof to our REST API middleware. This middleware collects session proofs from users and check them this proof to be valid and prevent DDoS attacks. After they validate their these proofs, they will push the proofs to one of the corresponding proof queues, and the sequencers are running all the time. They listen to this proof queues. If whenever a new proof arrives to proof queue, they will pop the proof from the queue. And they append this proof to the current bundle. If current bundle does not have any available slot, they will create another bundle to add this proof. And whenever the bundle current bundle exceeds the thresholds, like every bundle takes at most 4 session proofs right now. This can be increased or decreased, actually, but I selected 4 will be enough for this time. And
sorry, I had a question. Are the bundles related to a single game only, or can bundles be created across games? So let's say if my game 1 has 2 proofs in the queue and 2 and 3 have 1 each. So there's still 4, but then they're spread across different sequencers. So is there any complexity in like putting all of them together and like sending one settlement proof, or maybe at least right now it's operated per game?
yeah, currently they are all different for each games, because each game have their own DRM contract, and this bundle proofs will be settled on this contract. So we need to separate bundles for each game.
Gotcha. And I guess the reason for that is because you can have different parameters for each DRM setting per game. Is that what prevents them from being aggregated? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Each session proof contains the game token contract and DRM contract addresses corresponding game. So it prevents users to use same contract from between different games, actually. So whenever a sequencer ready to settle this bundle, it will send to Mina L1, and it uses the new experimental off-chain state API. It's currently a little bit fragile right now, but it will be, I think it will be a huge opportunity to build on layer 1 in the future. And whenever the Mina creates a new block, it emits an event to notify the game authenticator scripts to observe and ensures currently the state of the session for this device is changed correctly, and it says you can play this game. Otherwise, when the time threshold is exceeds and still not any correct state changes, DRM authenticator script will emit an error event and game will stops. So this bundles creates an unsettled actions. Every bundle creates 4 actions and somebody needs to settle them regularly. So we are a dedicated service for this purpose. Settlement service observes the current block regularly and creates settlement proofs when unsettled proofs reach the threshold, like when they unsettled for 2 blocks, or whenever they came and 20 unsettled actions, they will settle immediately. And this architecture enables to anyone can send their session proofs to Mina L1 without using these sequencers. Actually, these sequencers are just provide users to change their status without giving the transaction fees. If they want to send this session proofs to Mina L1 by themselves, they 100% can do this because it uses actions and reducers in the background. So how will developers use this solution? I will be demonstrate this after explain. They will deploy game token contracts and DRM contract with using publisher dashboard, or they can manually deploy their contracts with deploy scripts. They should save published contract addresses and private keys after use, and they will download DRM unit packages from our website and import this package to Unity game and fill the contract address fields in the prefab object, and they can customize how their game will handle this DRM authentication status code. Currently, we have a bunch of status codes like success, timeout, or game not about, etc. And whenever they do these all steps, they can build their game and notify me to can you add this game to the drmina.com, and I will check the if their game and their game is okay to be published, like contents and other stuff. I will add this game to the platform. Now I can show you in an empty Unity game. I created an empty game before the presentation. Currently a Unity template. I didn't add nothing. And I will deploy a game from the publisher dashboard. I will decide my game token symbol like demo. My game price will be 10 minas. I will give 2 mina discounts. Make this, and I will allow 3 devices for each user at the same time. And I will deploy this contract, both game token and DRM contracts.
Sorry, could you speak a little bit about the timeout? Is this the timeout per session of the game?
the timeout is the how much players can play their games without needing another authentication. Like if I set timeout to 1 hour, player play their games for 1 hour, and after 1 hour, their DRM script needs to authenticate for another session in the background. Players didn't notice anything about the timeout interval. It's handled in the background by the Unity game.
Right. Thanks.
Now I deployed the game token construct, and here is the game. Let me close these tabs. So I just need to download a Unity DRM package from here, and after downloading, I will drag and drop this package to my Unity game, import it, and here here's a prefab I can use, and there is two fields to enter my I think I lost my
Enter deploy a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I deployed byte. Probably this. Anyway, let's assume this is the correct game token address and the DRM contract address. All game developers need to do this, just this, and they can now use the DRM solution in their devices. In here, you can see the authenticator script will emit different events, and I can handle the status codes like DRM status code dot success or not success. I can close application whenever they return any other status codes other than success. So adding DRM solution to games is easy like that. And now I will show how DRM games will feel like. And now I'm currently running a local prover in my computer, and I previously bought this and that game, but I didn't register my device for this game. Whenever I open this game, it checks the current state of my device, and whenever it understands I didn't register my device, it's quitting from the game. But in the other hand, I registered my device for this game, and it will create a session proof and it will send this proof to my sequencers. And sequencer will handle this session proof. And this time, in the meantime, I can play this game like 20 minutes. But if my DRM Mina authentication script cannot verify my ownership, it will quit game without saving my progress. And let me continue.
I'm sorry, can I ask a question on how is the proof of purchase of a user stored? Maybe you are getting to that later on. So what makes a session to be like a valid session for the user?
Okay, the session proof contains 3 public and a bunch of private inputs. Each game and device, each session proof contains the game token address to verify we are create the session proof for the right game token, and the current session key, and it will our current session ID, and we will commitment this session ID to our session proof to prevent double spending like usages. And the new session key, DRM Mina authentication script decides a random field number to assign the state. So we will add this random decided number to the new session keys, and it takes our device identifiers as a private input and takes us and gives us the game token address, new session key, hash, and the current session key. Actually, I forgot to write this. So whenever send this session proof to DRM contract, it checks if it's equal to current session key, and game token address is equal to the corresponding game token address. And it changes the current state to new session key, and emits an events for this. So our authenticator script can communicate with archive nodes to listen these events, and it can ensure that we change its state correctly.
Yeah, thank you. I think I'm still maybe when I purchase a game, do I need to provide my system information to the DRM contract?
You don't need to provide your identifiers explicitly. You will use, maybe I should show this. And here the DRM Mina desktop client, it's an desktop app that can collect these identifiers from device and directs us to the browser with these identifiers. Whenever I click this visit store, it's open the drmmina.com and with our game identifier, so can we register our games. Actually, it's compiling, but I can so pre-compiled version in the.
Gotcha. I think I understand the gist of it. So it is when I'm purchasing, you are authenticating me as a valid user. So it's it's not possible for me to purchase a game, but then pass it to Carol to play it.
Yeah, actually, you can register Carol's device into this field, any available slots, but you need to pass your wallet to the Carol, and you wouldn't want it to it actually.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think this is what I was trying to understand. How is the device assigned which prevents, copying the game across, regardless if the game was if the Unity package only stores, the contract address, timeout, and then like basic attributes. No, thanks for this. Yeah, I understand now.
Yeah, Unity game package actually not prove anything. It's only challenges the local how to say, it challenges the device, let change this corresponding device state to this number, and
Okay.
only the corresponding device can actually change this state to right number.
Gotcha. Thank you. So sorry to interrupt you. Please, yeah, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Actually, I wrote a documentation for this, and I explained how it works in the session part, and anyone can learn it from documentation. Actually, when I check the R sequencer, it's sequencer. We sent our session proof to sequencer with our local prover. It takes the proof and added to current bundle, and it sent this bundle, and we talk previously. When we talk, it's and it's Mina creates a new block currently, and our settlement service detects for unsettled actions for this DRM contract and creates a settlement proof and sends them automatically to Mina in the background. And in this time, I can still play this game without any notice. Let me turn back to presentation. So what's next? We will onboard new game developers to the platform. Currently, I'm communicating to game developers to onboard them. I hope they will, how to say, accept it, actually. And I will getting feedbacks from users in the open beta, drmmina.com and DRM Mina Games. It's currently available and ready to use, and address potential device incompatibilities. Like we are supporting 3 major platforms, and supporting that many devices is a problematic thing. Like we are dealing with the device identifiers, and the device identifiers is not pre-specified things to how to say, each device has their each unique identifiers, and sometimes they can be incompatible to the DRM Mina solution, but we are trying to expand our device support. and staying in touch with Ovan Labs so that the used experimental off-chain state API will be ready for the mainnet. Currently, I opened some issues for the off-chain state API that I faced when I used. And I can say off-chain state API, it's improving by the time, and it will be a huge opportunity to developers in the future. And I will launch DRM to mainnet after a stable off-chain state version released by the Ovan Labs. I hope in the 1 or 2 months they will publish the stable version for this, and I can release DRM to mainnet. Actually, it's the only blockage of the mainnet launch, the off-chain state API. Also, you can check the drmena.com and the docs.drmena.com for the documentation. Thank you all for listening. I can take if there's a question from you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Kalajan. So if anyone in the audience has a question, please feel free to grab the mic or put them in chat. And then Carol, same for you. Please feel free to ask any questions or like put them in the chat. Let's give it a minute to see.
Just regarding the off-chain state API, have you you said you have tested it, just waiting for the Ovan Labs to release it as production ready. Have you faced any issues with it, or?
Yeah, sometimes the sequencers stuck with the due to the internal tree of the off-chain state is not updated regularly, and actually we cannot update this tree by calling any functions or another thing. We need to restart the whole app for the updating the internal tree state. And I opened an issue in the weekend, and
So
they will look for that.
So you cannot settle every so often?
No, it's not a problem about settling the. It uses the actions for the building a Merkle tree in the device, but whenever I send another new actions from my device or somebody sends actions, the state of the Merkle tree is not updated, and it gives the root mismatch error. Only way I can find to solve this issue without changing the Ovan.js is restarting the sequencer, because it's updated only in the initial constructing, so it's not updated.
Okay. Do you mind sharing the issue if you have it on hand? You can do it after the call. No, yeah.
I can.
Okay.
In here, I dropped the chat.
Okay, perfect. Thanks. I'll take a look at it. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else. That's the only one kind of blocker before the mainnet release, and looking forward to test it.
Yeah, and I communicate with the Ovan Labs team. They said me, you probably shouldn't release to mainnet as long as off-chain state API as the experimental one. So I need to wait a stable tested version for the off-chain state.
Yeah, I see.
Thanks. I have just one question. Is it possible for users to test this on DevNet right now? Or
yeah, it's running on the DevNet right now, actually.
okay, so anyone watching this can go to a faucet, get some Mina,
Yeah,
go download the game, play it
yeah,
out,
please.
try to pirate it, and raise an issue for Kalajan if it works. So no, I have no other questions. Thank you very much for your time and presenting to us and to our audience. Thank you for joining. Catch you in the next one. Thanks.
And please let me know if you encounter any issues, because I really need that feedbacks. Thank you all.
Thanks. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.